Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Meme or Dream, this series where we take some pretty interesting looking decks published from Magic Arena under the guise that they got 6 wins in a row or more at Platinum rank or better, and we tried to find out, are they a meme and just as janky as they look, or maybe they're a dream and way better than we're expecting. So normally on Wednesdays, we have Against the Odds, and I know, you're probably expecting that. However, Against the Odds actually takes a long time to make. You got to do a poll, you got to brew a deck, you got to test the deck, you got to tune the deck, you got to record the deck. It's a pretty long process. And this past week was a holiday week where I was mostly off and not doing a ton of work. So I decided we would do a Meme or Dream instead, because Meme or Dream, it's pretty easy. We find a janky deck from Arena, we play the janky deck from Arena, and I think we got a pretty interesting one. Today's deck, which I'm not sure what to call it, I guess it's a Acererak Goreclaw combo, is pretty interesting. So on one hand, this is not nearly as janky as some decks we've played on Meme or Dream. We've played some really bad decks on this series. Decks that, when you look at them, you're like, how could this deck ever win a game, let alone 6 in a row? This deck is not like that. We have Terror of the Peaks, which is a good card. I like Kiora. Kiora, I think, is kind of a sneaky good underrated Planeswalker. We got some Ramp, we got some Galtas. But what drew me to this deck is an interesting synergy that I've never seen anyone using before, which is the combo, quote unquote, of Goreclaw, Terror of Sisma, which makes your creatures with power 4 greater 2 less to cast, with Acererak the Archlich, which is a creature with power 4 greater, so it only costs 1 mana if we get Goreclaw out, and Sarkhan's Unsealing, this enchantment. Then when you cast a creature with power 4, 5, or 6, you get to deal 4 damage to anything casted with 7, you get to deal 4 damage to everything of your opponents. So the idea is, we can get down Goreclaw, make Acererak cost 1 mana. Acererak, of course, if we haven't completed a dungeon, when it comes into play, it bounces itself back to our hand, so we can get down our Sarkhan's Unsealing, Acererak for 1 mana, 4 damage at our opponent's face, pick it up, do it again, 1 more mana, 4 more damage at our opponent's face, or we can wipe out our opponent's board if we need to. So that's the synergy that drew me to this deck. Also, we got like Death Shadow. We have no way to lose life intentionally, but it's a 1 mana 13/13, so it can trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing really easily and deal a ridiculous amount of damage at everything and wipe our opponent's board. So that's the plan for today, Acererak Goreclaw Sarkhan's Unsealing combo. So let's jump into some games and see, is Acererak and Goreclaw and Sarkhan's Unsealing a meme or a dream? We're about to find out. Also, styles applied. Do you need some new Innistrad Crimson Vow cards? Well, you can get them all from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish and even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they will hook you up. You gotta click the styles applied button. No sleeves though. We're old school. We don't believe in sleeves. All right, let's see. So we are playing Historic this week. However, I hate New Arena. Well, no, that's a little bit tough. I don't hate New Arena, but I never know where my decks are anymore in Arena. Like we just, oh wait, hang on. Aha, there we go. We have successfully joined a Historic event with our deck. I forgot what I was saying. What were we talking about? We were talking about something. Oh, we're playing Historic this week, but we're not doing any alchemy stuff. We could run into some alchemy stuff, but there's no alchemy cards in our deck. So this is a old school Meme or Dream Historic. And yeah, let's see if this deck works. The idea is interesting. I feel like, I don't know, parts of it are weird. Like I don't know how we turn on the Death Shadow, but we could probably pick up some aggro stompy kills with good draws. I really want to pull off the combo though. The combo is like kind of hilarious. I'm surprised no one thought of that before. Like it's kind of an obvious combo. Oh my god. Keep. We don't got much, but we do have exactly the combo in hand. So we'll see. About it. Forest passes. Stomping Grounds tapped. Go. It is a little slow to get going without ramp. Like we can cast Acererak, but it doesn't stick. Blood Honest. Okay. Well, yeah, tap land, go. Continuing to draw lands, not the best here. We'd rather be drawing things that we could play earlier in the game. Like next turn, we're probably just playing Acererak and getting a trigger and venturing into a dungeon. Clothis, okay, opponent. Well, nothing in the graveyard. Oh my god, even more lands. So many lands have been drawn. Well, play this on black. And boom, Acerarak. Gonna venture into a dungeon here. We don't want to go in Tomb of Annihilation. I guess we just go big. Are we going big? What's our best? So if we go here, we get to scry. Next turn we play Unsealing. The treasure could be relevant. This gives us a treasure 2, and it works towards, you know what? Let's go big. Let's go big. Kind of risky to go in the biggest dungeon against a sacrifice deck, but basically we're counting on this Sarkhan Unsealing being insane here. And we're glad that there's no cards in the graveyard for Klothys to do anything. Mayhem Devil. All right, that's gonna have to die about it. Land. Passes. Well, play a forest, play Sarkhan's Unsealing. Pass the turn. Go Acerarak. Even without the Goreclaw, just casting us for 3 mana is not bad. About it. Gets in with the Mayhem Devil. Hits us down to 18. Oh, come on. No. Okay, another Mayhem Devil. Sure. Another Goreclaw. Play the land. Play the Goreclaw. Kill a Mayhem Devil. Acererak. Kill a Mayhem Devil. It's working. It's working. Kill a Mayhem Devil. All right, kill that. Venture into the dungeon, pick it back up. We will scry 1. Thank you very much, dungeon. Forest, definitely to the bottom. We got more lands than we will ever need. Opponent on taps. Well, now if this Goreclaw lives, we can deal some serious damage here. And even if it doesn't, we got another Goreclaw. Yeah, this is kind of insane. We could even get down the Kiora and really, oh my God, bullets. Okay, that's frightening. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, Kiora. Also, sort of a combo piece. Fabled Passage for a swamp. And this is going to be sweet. Acererak. Shoot down the Blood Artist. It's working! So we get to pick it up, venture into a dungeon, and draw a card with Kiora. We'll make a treasure token, because that's another Acererak activation. Acererak. Hit your face. Draw a card. Venture into a dungeon. We will scry 2. Bottom and, well, Terror of the Peaks is actually kind of good. And then we will Acererak you. Oh, this deck's awesome. Hit your face, pick it up, draw a card. We will make some, oh, do we get to get to the last mode of this? I think we might, because we can untap a land with Kiora. Acererak. Actually, if we had just went face and not killed the Blood Artist, would this have been lethal? I think it might have been. Pick up the Acererak. Oh, we're getting to the last level anyway, so that's fine. Scry 3. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Untap with Kiora. Oh, this deck's so sweet. Untap a swamp. Acererak. We're gonna complete the dungeon. Opponent goes to 9. Yes. Draw 3 cards. Can cast 1 for free, which will be Croxa. Hit you to 5. Get some triggers. Hit you to 2. And then Goreclaw attack you. Oh, what a game. What a game. What a game. I put myself in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to be over here. I got so excited about how insane that was. Oh, we didn't even go in the right spot, but that was insane. That was like absurd. All right, Cindervines. Oh, we probably got to be able to answer the Citadel, right? So Cindervines in. I mean, that went really well. The combo was actually like so sweet. I wish I hadn't put my face cam on the wrong side. I got to go back and forth. On Moto, you want it to the right. On Arena, you want it to the left. But then on deck text, you want it in different places, depending on where you're doing the deck text. So one of those things. All right, so what do we cut? What is our worst card? Well, that went kind of absurdly well. Maybe we go down like, Galta is kind of cute. Galta just wiping our opponent. Our opponent's board seems good. I think we do need the Cindervines though. Like, I feel like we do need to answer bullets to Citadel. I guess we could also try to bring in discard. Like the Spectre Shriek is kind of interesting. Their most important cards are black. Okay, bring those in. We'll go down 1 Galta. We'll go down... Rekindling Phoenix is pretty weak, because Rekindling Phoenix, the token gets sniped by Mayhem Devil, and maybe 1 Kiora. Let's try it like that. Little discard, little Citadel hate. Well, game 1 was everything we dreamed. That's actually like a really sweet combo. I mean, maybe we just got lucky that it worked, but ooh, we're on the draw. We're gonna keep this. The Magic Gods will reward us with a green source. I have faith. That's not quite a green source. Yeah, we're gonna play a tapped. Pass the turn. All right, green source. We got double Paradise Druid. Like, if we have the green source, this hand's good. If we don't, one land, one keep will have failed us. That's not green. Well, Spectre Shriek you. Take a Woe Strider. Tap land. Go. This thing's a problem. All right, so we got to get to the Sarkhan's Unsealing. We need to draw lands to get to the Unsealing. The deck does have some weird mana requirements because you want a lot of black for the Acererak bounce loop, but then you also need a lot of green to just cast stuff. Opponent. Close this. Sure. Hits us for 1. All right, so that is green mana. Well, play Paradise Druid. I mean, if we can get down the Unsealing, I'll feel kind of good about where we're at. If our opponent can play 2 creatures and get rid of our Paradise Druid, that's annoying. Okay, Innkeeper. And land. Soul Guide Lantern, I guess? All right, well, it looks like we get to get the Unsealing down, which is nice. And then we just need to find things to go with it. Right now, we have Galta, which is good, but it is a lot of mana. More lands. We'll play the land, play Unsealing. Llanowar Elves. So a little risky if our opponent draws Mayhem Devil, then we get kind of Wrathed. Or Coco for Mayhem Devil. All right, we need something big enough to trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Galta's like infinite mana at the moment. Opponent's passing. Land. Well, play the land on black. Paradise Druid. Cinder Vines. Pass the turn. All right, next turn we can play Galta if our board is intact. And that would be huge. That would wrath our opponent's board and give us a 12-12. Like, that might just win us a game. Opponent land. And we got the Citadel covered, which is good. I mean, if our opponent passes here, they are in a heap of trouble. Opponent appears to be passing here. This is going to be a good Galta. They might have Citadel in hand and are trying to figure out if they should even play it with the Cinder Vines out. I mean, the bad news for our opponent is if we cast this Galta, I think we just win. I mean, that's 4 to everything. So creature's gone, 4 to our opponent's face, and we get a 12-12 trample. This would be a good time to find Acerarak too. Acerarak, even without the Goreclaw, just like we can cast it twice a turn. That's 8 damage, and we start to turbo through a dungeon. Yeah, it's actually like a really interesting combo that I've never seen anyone play as Acererak with Sarkhan's Unsealing. So well done at planting a mythic rank player. Nailed it. I mean, I think so. Even if they Priest of Forgotten Gods, they play a creature, sack. We sack this. This is gonna be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess losing any creature does make it so we can't Galta without drawing a land. Wow, is our opponent salty timing out on Meme or Dream? Okay, they got Collected Company. All right, I don't know why they thought about that so long. Maybe they were thinking if they should do it on our turn or their turn. All right, that is sort of disastrous at this point. Those are like the best hits. So our opponent gets Priest and they get Mayhem Devil. So we're gonna lose 2 creatures. Yeah, that's like exactly what we needed our opponent not to top deck, because now we're not gonna be able to cast Galta, we're not gonna be able to Wrath, and we might just lose. So opponent sacks, Mayhem Devil kills Llanowar. Okay, so I mean, we need to top deck something that we can cast and trigger the Sarkhan's Unsealing, and we got to do it, I think, right now. Yeah, that was the worst thing that could happen, was our opponent having that Coco. That was real bad. Another Innkeeper. Yep. All right. Well, opponent's done their thing. Oh, come on, deck. Come on, deck. Acererak would be good. Come on, opponent passes. Well, Goreclaw kills the Mayhem Devil. Opponent sacks it to ping us. I don't think this lets us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're still gonna be short from casting our Galta. All right, well, pass the turn. No attacks. I mean, I think we had to go Mayhem Devil. The Priest is also annoying, but yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get there or not. Opponent has a Clothis going. Exiles drains us down to 10. Collected Company is a good Magic card. All right, opponent just draws a land. So they can sack their board. Oh, okay, opponent passes. That's good for us, because now we get to cast Galta. Well, now there's no reason for opponent not to Priest of Forgotten Gods. Well, I guess just choosing not to is a legal option. All right, so there's a Galta. Go to combat. Hit ya. For a bunch. Opponent down to 14. Past we still need one more way to trigger Sarkhan, I think. So opponent gets to draw a card. I still think we need one more creature big enough to trigger Sarkhan, because our opponent at worst can get back this Woe Strider. Clothis hits us to 8, puts our opponent back to 16. Yeah, Innkeeper down. Anything that triggers Sarkhan's Unsealing, I think should win us the game. And opponent scoops it up. Oh, okay. That is a good start for me, Murdreed. Game 1, we got the combo. Game 2, we didn't have the full Acererak combo, but don't burn him out. That was pretty impressive for the deck, I will say. Oh, that combo's sweet. Sorry, Bear is flopping around on the floor next to me. All right, maybe you don't got to play alchemy cards to compete in Historic. Maybe you just need Acereraks and Goreclaws. Off to a good start for this being a dream, maybe. What are you doing, baby? On to match number 2 with a Acererak Unsealing combo. Yeah, okay. Go. Death Shadows, I guess. Oh boy, Fervent Champion. All right. Scary stuff. Well, Llanowar Elves, go. Well, come on, Sarkhan's Unsealing. Come on, black mana. Opponent goes to combat, hits us, no blocks. Down to 18. Kills our Llanowar, sure. Well, Forest and Paradise Druid, go. Well, Paradise Druid is a source of black mana. Light up the stage to draw some cards. Yeah, that's scary. Well, Llanowar Elves. Tap land, go. Yeah, Death Shadow would just die right now. Sarkhan's Unsealing would be so good. Sarkhan's Unsealing is what can get us out of this, I think. Opponent, Annex. Embercleave is a concern. Yeah, I think we actually just trade with this Lavamancer. Don't really want it sniping our stuff. Opponent gets a token. Sarkhan's Unsealing. Like, so much card draw. Well, land and Fervent Champion, Acererak. All right, well, I guess we play it. Scry 1. Kiora is not Sarkhan's Unsealing. I mean, I think our only way of getting out of this is to top deck the Unsealing. Unsealing into Death Shadow. The problem is we also need Paradise Druid to live, which is, yeah, we're in a tough spot here. Opponent, Fervent Champion. Can pump with Castle Embereth. The S is 6, 9, 11. Oh my god, that's so much damage. All right, we need Sarkhan's Unsealing off the top right now, and I don't even know if that does it because of this Annex. All right, not Unsealing, and well, that was a quick one. Well, what do we have that's good against aggro? Anything? Technically, Pulse and Marasa gains life. No. Seems like we're more... Torof's kind of funny. Maybe let's try Torof. Let's try Torof, Pulse and Marasa. Go down. Kiora and Ronas. Right, like that. So Unsealing is what we need the most. Unsealing is our way to keep the board clean. That was the biggest difference between match 1 that went really well. I mean, I guess also our opponent being like a super aggro deck, that also is a bit of a difference, but all right, Unsealing, please. I don't think we can keep that. Like, it's a... Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay, we should have kept the first one. Yeah. Well, Kiora to the bottom. Death Shadow to the bottom. All right. Not feeling especially confident about where we are at the moment, I will admit. Yeah. Not good at all. Opponent, Fervent Champion. Well, I mean, I guess we should have just kept that first hand. The first hand was functional. I had lands and spells, but it didn't seem... We had Paradise Druid, Kiora, and then Galta that we can't really cast. So even though I had lands and spells, I don't think I had lands and spells that let us beat mono red. So I think it was correct to mulligan. It's unfortunate though that we just went one landers all the way down the curve. Well, okay. Fabled Passage. Yeah, this is looking a little bit over. Opponent. Oh, we're taking so much damage. That's why I need the Sarkhan's Unsealing to be able to sweep the board. Opponent makes a monkey. Stupid monkey even in Historic. Less stupid in Historic, but still. Fabled Passage. Schwamp. And, well, yeah, this one is not looking ideal. Down to 12. Grim Lavamancer. Oh, there's a ceiling, but I think it's too slow. We're just taking so much damage. All right, I mean, I guess we just have to play Terror of the Peaks. I don't even feel like Terror of the Peaks saves us here, honestly. Opponent, nice. How is that possibly nice? We cast a single card after mulling before while you curved out with Burning Tree Emissary. How is what we're doing the definition of nice? I'm so confused. I'll never understand how people use emotes on Arena. About it. Gonna go to combat. I mean, I guess if our opponent has nothing in hand, this Terror of the Peaks does something. All right, opponent's going to attack with everything, going to make a monkey, going to hit us for a bunch of damage, probably kill our Terror of the Peaks. So block Burning Tree. Opponent can pump. Like, even if this is nice, it's not that nice. Yeah, I mean, we're at 3 against mono red. We draw a land, and this has menace, block, die. All right, well, no matter what deck you're playing, not easy to win on a Multifor. Not easy at all. Meme Dream time, match number 3. Oh, we got the Unsealing. All right, playing some Acererak Unsealing combo. Uh-oh, control? Well, this will be interesting. Can we resolve our Unsealing? If we can, this should go decently because Unsealing triggers when things are cast, which is kind of huge. Rootbound Crag, Paradise Druid. Yeah. Opponent. Untap land and passes. Play the land, play Kiora. I feel like whatever we do is going to get countered here. Play Kiora. Yep. All right, so there's the counter. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get in. Head you with the Paradise Druid down to 6 seed. About it taps. Little risky because this is all our black mana at the moment. Portable hole. Yep. Well, there goes our black mana. Passes. Play Ronas. Do we have even more counters? Yes, we do. All right, so we got to draw Black Source at some point. If our opponent follows us up with Teferi, it's pretty rough. All right, Expressive Iteration to draw a bunch of cards. Draws a card, gets a land, I assume. Narset. All right, so we're going to land into Narset. Well, I mean, oh, wow. All right, well, land on red and Sarkhan's Unsealing. Oh, come on. You don't really have another counter. No. Okay. Please, 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 black mana. That was kind of a whiff of a Expressive Iteration. Narset, sure. I mean, black mana is insane because it lets us kill the Narset. We really need to be able to cast something. Veto. Well, all right. If we ever draw black mana, look out, world. This Narset's probably going to find our opponent something eventually. About it. Big Teferi. Goreclaw. Hit ya. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Cycle Shark Typhoon. Sure. Untaps. Land. Teferi. They probably have to tuck. And then Goreclaw can trample over and kill the Teferi. Or if we draw a Black Source, we just win. All right, so there goes Unsealing. Well, kill Teferi. We're just never going to find a Black Source, are we? Opponent. Lightning Helix kills the Goreclaw, gains life. Tap land. Please, a Black Source. Oh my god. I think we're going to lose. Unfortunate. Opponent untaps. Opponent gets in with a shark. I mean, we know we're drawing an Unsealing, so we're not drawing a Black Source this turn. We play Unsealing. Opponent vetoes it. Yeah. Opponent untaps. Land. Goes to combat. Hits us. Oh my god, it's black mana. Untapped. Acerarak. Hit ya. Opponent counters. I mean, that's fine. It was going to bounce back to our hand anyway. I mean, the only question is, can our opponent deal with the Unsealing? If they can deal with the Unsealing... Wow. All right, kills the Narset to get a clue to draw a card. If they can deal with Unsealing, we're probably in a bit of trouble. Unexpected Windfall. Draws some cards, finds another Teferi. Yeah, I mean, I think this means we lose now, which is incredibly brutal. Wow, did we run poorly. Well, we will play Croxa. Make you discard. Fabled Passage, crack it, get a swamp. It just took us too long. We didn't have any black sources in our top like 20 cards, and we paid a huge price. And now our opponent untaps with a Teferi, which I'm pretty sure just means we don't have a way of winning. Yeah, stride to the bottom, opponent untaps. Yeah. Oh, that's wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's frustrating because we did the hard parts. We did all the hard parts. We could not do the easy part, which is just drawing a black source of mana. And that is going to lead to the max punishment here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a Goreclaw. Acererak. Make a treasure. Acererak. Drain you. Acerarak. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps with their Teferi and their Celestus, and they draw with Teferi. We're gonna try to piece it together. I'm still not sure that we can, but we're gonna try. Loots with Celestus. I mean, they gotta answer the Goreclaw, or that will get rid of the Teferi eventually, but our opponent has many cards in hand at the moment. Opponent plays a land. Anger the Gods to sweep the board. Untap some lands. Well, we will... Kroxa. Wow, is that the 4th Archmage Charm? Okay. Opponent, gonna draw with Teferi. I mean, this is where you just, it's so hard to beat a Teferi. Loots with Celestus. Like, our opponent's just drawing so many extra cards each turn that it quickly just becomes impossible for us to win. Even though we're at 15 and our opponent's at 6, like, we're just getting hard locked out of this game. Like, that's the situation we're in at the moment. If we had drawn black sources any amount earlier, I think we win this game very easily, but was not meant to be. Well, Kroxa, make you discard. Not that it really matters because our opponent's drawing so many cards each turn that discarding is not much of a drawback here. Playing Acererak because we can't really play anything else. Scry, Kiora. I mean, we'll keep it. I still don't think we can win though. Opponent. Loots with Celestus. Celestus is going off. Yeah, Teferi is just crazy card if you cannot pressure it. And we can't. Opponent adds a Narset to the pile. Draws with Narset. Gets a commit to memory, so we're just going to get wheel locked. All right. It is officially concession time. Wow. I blame the Magic Gods for that one. I blame the Magic Gods. I think had we drawn a black source, I think we win that game super easily. However, we did not draw a black source, and as a result, we did not win that game super easily. All right, go down to Ghalta. We'll go up some discard. We'll go up the Rhythm of the Wilds, which is good against counters. And I guess we just hope that our mana works out this time. That's what got us last time. Like, wow. Well, when you play meme or dream decks, you do need things to go right sometime. And that game, things did definitely not go right. Like, not even close to going right with the mana. Oh, frustrating. Getting blown out by control is one thing. Being set up so you're a draw away from winning and losing to control, that's where it gets frustrating. Oh, we got some tap land issues, don't we? Well, Rootbound Craig, go. Plays a land. Well, Pathway, Paradise Druid. Go. Opponent plays a Plains. Passes. Well, play Goreclaw. Okay, sure. So we get Ether Gusted. Opponent untaps. So let's play the land. Kroxa, make you discard. Fabled Passage, crack it for a swamp. Kiora. And untap Paradise Druid to protect it. No attacks. Opponents. So this isn't looking as bad. Our mana is much better. Well, duress you. Wrath, Big Chandra, counter. I think we just take the counter and play Sarkhan's Unsealing. And untap Paradise Druid and pass the turn. And now we have some counter protection. Opponent passes. Well, we will play Goreclaw. Hit you for 4. draw a card. Go to combat. Paradise Druid. We want to play the Paradise Druid because if our opponent wraths, we want enough cards in the graveyard to get back the Kroxa, basically. All right, Unexpected Windfall, discards the Wrath. So our opponent might be going with the Chandra plan here. Opponent plays a land. Plays the Chandra. All right, so I assume our opponent's gonna Wrath. Yeah, but this gives us the cards we need to get back Crocs. Ooh, yeah, let's just do this. Kroxa. Kill Chandra. Make it discard. Draw a card. Yeah, Kiora's pretty sweet. Ooh, Rekindling Phoenix. All right. Pass the turn. Can you deal with the Kroxa? Now we could potentially Goreclaw into Rekindling Phoenix. Cleansing Nova. Sure. Well, Goreclaw. Hit you for 4. Draw a card. Acererak would be great. Untap. Rekindling Phoenix. Hit you for 4, draw a card. Temple of Abandon. Scry the land out of the way. Pass the turn. Oh, we're close. We are super close. Passing. We're drawing more lands. I'll go to combat. All right, kills the Phoenix. And kills the Goreclaw. All right, so opponent's alive-ish. Draw a card. Please, not more lands. Oh, God, even more lands. Okay, wow. We cannot get around this unfortunate running this match. Golly. That's, what, 5 lands in a row? Rest in peace. Yeah, not the best time to draw 5 lands in a row. Opponent. Pass 6 lands in a row. All right, we're going to finally play this Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. Yeah, wow. We ain't got no luck. Ain't got no luck at all. Shark Typhoon. Hard cast. Well, thin the deck. I guess maybe we should have done this earlier. I don't even know if it matters. Get a forest. Can we draw a real card to go with all these lands, please? Not really. All right. Well, we will pass the turn. Opponent. Land. Passes. All right, Goreclaw. Hit you for 4. This might actually do it. Draw a card. That Shadow. Hit you for 4. Woo! Wow. The Suicidal Death Shadow that... Well, Death Shadow, I don't know about Death Shadow in this deck. Death Shadow has been interesting. I don't think we've drawn it several times, and I don't think we've had a single time where it would actually survive, but triggering everything for 1 mana is kind of good. Yeah, I think we go down to Death Shadow, though. Let's go back up Aronas. Ronas, it gets got by Teferi Tux, but it does survive the Wraths, which is something. Well, now I wish we'd won that game 1 even more, because then we would have just won the match if we'd drawn that Black Source. I think we keep this. 1 land, 1 keep. I mean, we have okay, that's good. We have basically everything that we want. The Rhythm is great. Unsealing's great. The Ceratops is great. Name a card that we want in our hand, and we have it in this hand. Well, we drew 1 land, which is helpful. No, Kroxa you. We do need to keep drawing lands, though. 1 land is not enough. It would be nice to play the other Paradise Druid, but then if our opponent wraths, it's really bad for us. All right, pass the turn. Not going to attack. Don't want to get Portable Hold. Opponent. Oh, come on, lands. Archmage's Charm to draw some cards. Opponent untaps. Plays a land. The Celestis. That's not a land. Well, Rhythm of the Wilds. Opponent has a counter. Oh, so our 1 land, 1 keep plan might be backfiring. Opponent, rest in peace, not super relevant. It does do something, but plays a land. Okay, we draw a land. It is tapped, so we'll play Kiora. Opponent, lets it go. Fabled Passage. Untap Paradise Druid. Okay, gonna kill the Planeswalker. I mean, opponent is down to 2 cards. That is some amount of good news. They have the Celestis, which is some amount of bad news. Well, crack this. Okay, there's the Shark Typhoon. This is going to get interesting. Grab a mountain. Opponent. Land passes. Well, we gotta play the Unsealing. Pass the turn. No whammies. No Teferis. Narsat. Okay. Makes a shark. Takes down Narsat. What do they find? Big Chandra. We would still like to draw lands. Opponent only has Big Chandra in hand. Passes. This is not bad. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Shifting Ceratops. Shoot down the shark. Haste up the Shifting Ceratops. Kill the Narsat. Opponent's got the Big Chandra. Is it enough? Opponent untaps. There's the Big Chandra. Makes a big shark. What are they doing with the Big Chandra? Okay, kills the Shifting Ceratops. Passes. Tear the Peaks. Kill the Chandra. Pass the turn. Please, no whammies. Wow, another Shark Typhoon. Okay, can we deal with 2 Shark Typhoons? Opponent's out of cards, which is good, but they have big sharks, which is less good. Opponent gets in. No blocks. Land, maybe? Paradise Druid. Well, play Acererak. Snipe a shark. Comes into play. Snipe a shark. Scry. Keep the land. Paradise Druid. Hit ya. Tear the Peaks. Hit ya to 10. Oh my god, this is so close. What does our opponent find? What do they find? Oh my god, it's Big Teferi off the... Oh my goodness, the top deck of the century. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that wins our opponent the game. That wins him the game. The Miracle top deck for the win. And now we're just short. I think that was the only top deck that would let our opponent win there, because we would just cast Acererak twice. Our opponent had to hit something along those lines, and they did. Yeah, that does it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I think we win this match like 99 out of 100 times. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. Wow. Magic is a game of randomness and chaos. And sometimes it works in your favor. Sometimes it works in your opponent's favor. In this case, wow. I don't know what to say. Well, on to the next. Memer Dream time. Playing some more Acererak Unsealing. And I mean, we're going to keep this. Risky that our only non-lands are 4 and 5 mana, but they are good ones. And hopefully we draw things to play earlier in the game. Well, I mean, Crocs is kind of a thing to play earlier in the game. Opponent, Triome. And, all right, so some sort of very color-heavy pile here. Well, play Fabled Passage, pass the turn. Expressive Iteration. So I assume our opponent's a Niv deck, which probably means they got a lot of random troubling answers for what we're doing. All right, whiff, whiff, whiff. No lands. No lands in the top 3. Opponent draws a card. Do they find a land? No. Okay, so that's good. That minimizes the impact of an Expressive Iteration. Well, play the land. Might as well play an Acerarak and get the party started, sort of. Yeah, we'll go this way. Scry 1, Ronas, to the bottom. Ship the turn. So they're probably gonna have Vanishing Verses that can kill our Unsealing. Edgar. Well, land on red and Sarkhan's Unsealing, go. Please live, no Vanishing Verse. Opponent plays a land. Niv. All right, how many cards does our opponent draw? 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, all right, could have been worse. Opponent hits us. I'll play the Mountain, play Terror of the Peaks. Snipe the Edgar. Well, I mean, if we get to untap, this is going to go really well. I'm not sure that we will. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand. Many, many cards about it. Lightning Helix. And even more Lightning Helixes. Okay. And a tap land and hits us. Well, play Croxa. Hit the Niv. Play Acerarak. Hit the Niv. make a treasure. Tap land, go. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Opponent. More expressive iterations. Finds a land this time. Kavu. Untap land. Oh, 2 Kavus. Ooh, okay. Terror the Peaks. Snipe a Kavu. Untap land, unfortunately. Acererak. Snipe a Kavu. Snipe a Kavu. Gain a life. Oh, so close. Okay, Edgar flips. Wow. Oh, this is so close. Oh my god, another Niv. Oh no, what a draw. Opponent. Prismari Command. Oh my god. All right, hits a ton of goodies. Wait, they don't have the mana for Prismari Command. Okay, block. We go to 2. Opponent goes to 18. I think we can 18 him. Because this is 9 and 9. Okay. Oh my god, we're gonna get there through 2 Nivs. Okay. Draw a card, might as well. Opponent goes to 9. Acerarak. 4. And 9. Wow. Double Niv, no problem. Okay. Not sure how that worked for us, but we will accept it. Why don't we want against this deck? Maybe the discard? Like Rhythm, I don't think we want. Cindervines, no. Ceratops would be medium. I think like Spectre Shriek Duress, maybe? I can't believe that worked. I can't believe we actually managed to combo up. I mean, that shows how much damage this deck can pour on when it gets going. Like, it can actually deal a ridiculous amount of damage. All right, go down. I'm still not sold on the Death Shadows. It's cute that it triggers the best mode on Sarkhan's Unsealing for 1 mana, but as far as being a creature, it is. We have not been able to play it as a creature a single time. Not once. We either die or our life total is so high that we can't actually cast it. So if we don't have Unsealing, it's pretty sketchy. I don't think we want Llanowar Elves Galta. That hand does not seem great. All right, well, I mean, we'll try it. We will keep, we will put a terror to the bottom and see what happens. Opponent tap land. Ooh. Well, untap land, duress you. All right, opponent's got a Kavu and, well, just a Kavu is pretty good, isn't it? Land and Paradise Druid. Opponent. Tap land. Kavu is a 5/5. Now, land on red. Rekindling Phoenix. Not quite big enough to stop a Kavu, though. Opponent. Oh, wow. And they get to exile it? Oh, that's insane. That's probably us losing. That's a really good draw. Opponent hits us for 5. Plays the tap land. Oh boy, not good. Acererak to scry. Well, that's a land. We will keep it. No attacks. Edgar goes attacking. Can rummage away a card. Wow, discards a Kavu. The Kavu seems good, though. Well, I mean, basically, we're trusting that these Terror the Peaks can live. That's our way back into this game. Terror the Peaks. No removal, please. Opponent attacks us. We cannot block. Opponent's gonna loot. Can they hit a removal spell for Terror the Peaks? That is essentially the only question. No blocks. Down to a really low life total. And opponent top deck the removal spell. Well, that does it. All right. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, we need like one more turn. Well, that was a slow hand on the mulligan, and we didn't have an unsealing. Yeah, I mean, Kavu it's big. That's a big ol', I don't know what a Kavu is. Thing. 5/5 for 2. I mean, you do gotta build around it, but still. And it has all those upsides. Like the Kavu being able to exile Rekindling Phoenix was a huge swinger. We could have chump blocked it forever. We get to play first. I don't think we can keep the 1-lander. Well, this will keep. Will it be good enough? I'm not sure, but we're gonna try it. I mean, we have ramp into Sarkhan's Unsealing, which is good. And then hopefully we draw some stuff to go with it. Paradise Druid, go. Opponent. Untap land. Kavu as a 5/5 already. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have the luxury to duress. I think we just got to play the Unsealing. Oh, but this means Vanishing Verse can kill it, which is not good. Yeah, 2-mana 5/5 is it's big. Opponent does have the Vanishing Verse, of course. Gets in, gets to loot. Yeah, it would have been super nice if we had the ability to duress first, but did not work out that way. And we're so far behind the proverbial 8-ball of this Kavu that I don't think we can afford to duress. Like, we got to play stuff or we're just going to lose to the 2-mana 5/5. Opponent plays a land. Thought Erasures are duress. Gets to Surveil, leaves it on top. Expressive Iteration. All right, we need to draw something big enough to kill the Kavu with the Terror of the Peaks. That is it. That is all. That is what we need to draw. Opponent goes attacking, gets to loot for a land. Not sure why they kept the card on top and then whiffed on their land drop with their Expressive Iteration. No blocks. All right, deck. Time for you to do something good for once in your life. Deck says no. All right, go attacking. Down to 11. Opponent untaps. Opponent tap land. Hydroid crosses to draw a card and gain a life. Goes attacking. Well, Acererak would be interesting. Opponent loses away a land. It's just a 5. Top card of our deck, Sarkhan's Unsealing. Well, it's looking like we might be shifting to meme mode after a really good game 1. Wow, this deck feels so close. Like, it does really cool things, and a lot of the losses have been like a card off. Really, like, it's felt really, really close. Meme or Dream Time, Acererak Unsealing combo, and all right. I mean, I guess we keep this. Can we get another win with this deck? We started off looking like it could be heading towards dream status, and then things have taken a turn for the worse. Although honestly, like, oh, it's felt close. It felt so close. All the way through, it's felt super close. Well, drawing the Unsealing's not bad. Crack this. So opponent's trying to play land destruction. This should be interesting. Grab a swamp. Well, we will play a land on red. Ronas, the indomitable opponent. Land. All right, gonna do some ramping, sure. Well, I mean, they're gonna need some land destruction, basically. Or something. Land in Sarkhan's Unsealing. Pass the turn. Tap land. Show us the Stone Rain, opponent. Goblin Rune Blaster. Blows up a land. Goes attacking. We draw. All right, Rekindling Phoenix isn't bad. That's a threat that we can cast and hit our opponent and turn on the Ronas and hit our opponent. Down to 11. And now just casting land destruction, probably not going to be good enough for our opponent. Town Razor Tyrant, sure. Well, we can take some damage here. We will take the 2. Land untapped. Terror of the Peaks. Snipe your Tyrant. Go attacking. Opponent to 7. Oh, okay. I mean, I think this Death Shadow is hopefully going to be enough. We'll see. I mean, if we get to untap and play Terror of the Peaks, this is definitely enough. All right. That went much better. We managed to finally get one. Well, now I'm kind of glad that we have way more lands than any normal human being would want in this deck. So I guess Duress in? Maybe Paulson Rasa to get back on land? I mean, I think our best plan overall is probably just to hope we can do what we did that game, like ramp into the Unsealing and just cast enough stuff to win. Maybe we get on a Galta. I feel like this deck could definitely be tuned. Like, some of the numbers are a little weird. The concept is cool, but I don't really understand, like, why 2 Llanowar Elves? Why 3 Paradise Druids? Why, 2 Rekindling Phoenix and 3 Terror of the Peaks and 2 Galta? Like, some of the specific numbers are a little wonky to me. So I feel like it could be streamlined, let's say. Also, I don't know. It's interesting. The combo and the synergy of Acererak with Unsealing has been really sweet. Some of the other stuff though, like Death Shadow, is it worth it? Croxa, like we're not very good at filling our graveyard. Is that worth it? I don't know. Oh, definitely a little scared of land destruction being on the play. That's when land destruction's on the play, that's when a hand of Stone Rains can potentially win the game if you miss a land drop or two. So we would like to see a mana dork. Oh God. I mean, we can't not keep double Unsealing. So we're gonna keep this, although I am legitimately frightened. Tap land, go. About it. Tap land. All right, so opponent's got the ramp for days. Gets in, hits us. Well, Fabled Passage, go. Opponent has the Rune Blaster. Okay, not good for us. Goes attacking. We drop to 16. Play a forest past the turn. Ooh, yeah, this is almost exactly what we were afraid of happening. Opponent, land, goes to combat, attacks with everything. Town Razor time. Oh yeah, that's a blowout. I mean, do we just concede? Like, I don't even know if it's worth showing our opponent anything at this point. We're so, yeah, Galta. All right, well, that's exactly what we were afraid of with our opponent winning the die roll there. One of the other things about this deck is we don't really just have a way to like kill a Llanowar Elves. So our opponent has a draw like that. We're just kind of at the mercy of the ramp because we don't believe in removal, apparently. I mean, we have removal in Sarkhan and Sealing Terror of the Peaks, but it probably, yeah, there's no way we're keeping that hand in this matchup. All right, well, this will try. This could work. I think we put Terror of the Peaks to the bottom. So we get to Llanowar into Kiora into hopefully Acerarak to start drawing cards. That's the plan at least. Llanowar Elves, opponent, green mana. Llanowar Elves of their own. Well, land untapped. Kiora, pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Has a Stone Rain. All right, so things are working out for our opponent so far. Pathway, Acerarak. Scry draw. I think we keep the red source. Pass the turn. We'd love to get down this Terror of the Peaks, but it is going to require our opponent not drawing removal for a turn, or not drawing land destruction for a turn. Tap land. Opponent hits a Kiora. Cool. Okay, it's actually happening. Rootbound Crag. Untap Rootbound Crag. Terror of the Peaks. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Opponent. Chandra. Okay. I mean, that is big for our opponent. It does let them sort of... Yeah, that is big. Make a treasure. Draw a card. Even more lands. Play a mountain. Untap. Acererak. Put a counter on the Llanowar. Oh, we can't. Oh, all right. I'll shrink the Llanowar. Draw a card. Wow, even more lands. Yeah, I think 25 lands might just be too many. Opponent, gonna chump, keep their Chandra alive for the turn. Well, we'll see. All we're drawing is a Acerarak, which isn't great. Takes up for mana. Goblin Dark Dwellers to recast the Stone Rain. Yep, blows up a black source. Well, land untapped. Acerarak, draw a card. Draw another card. Untap a land. Ronas. Draw a card. Oh my god, have we drawn so many lands. Okay, this is a little absurd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent gets to kill the Kiora, and they still have a Chandra. And we still don't actually have a creature we can play that lets this Ronas attack. Brutal. Well, I'm starting to doubt that this deck got 6 wins in a row. I do not doubt that the deck is sweet and has cool synergies, but I feel like it's like 20% off or 25% off from being a really cool deck. Takes up Chandra, hits a land, hits us to 14. Goblin Rune Blaster to blow up a land. Never ends. Well, we do have a huge handful of them. Opponent attacks us, down to 10. That's actually a pretty good draw. That's actually exactly the draw we needed. Sarkhan's Unsealing. Yeah, it's like the perfect draw. Sarkhan's Unsealing. That might actually let us get back into this. Wow, we're finally going to see the very inconsistent Death Shadow pay off. Kill it all. Pass the turn. That is exactly what we needed there. About it. Wipe the board with the Death Shadow. Oh, the Unsealing comes through. If we could start with Emblem of Unsealing, this deck would be busted. About it. I don't know about this Ronas deck. All right, there goes Unsealing. Sure. That's a good one. Galta. Draw a card. We got the GGs. Oh no, we actually had, okay, that's fine. Go attacking. Hit ya. Rootbound Craig, Acererak, draw a card. You know what? I think we're gonna go through the Tomb of Annihilation this time. Untap a Greed Source, Llanowar Elves. Oh, wow. The Sarkhan's Unsealing came through in the clutch. About it. Goblin Dark Dwellers, nothing to flash back. We will just respectfully kill our opponent. Oh, okay. Okay, so the deck, it does do really sweet things. Oh, wow, we were so close. I don't know what to say about this one, honestly. When you add all this together, where does it leave us with this deck? So we ended up going, well, technically, I guess 2 and 3, although kind of 2 and 4. So there was another match where I ran into the same Jeskai control deck that we played that ridiculously close game against, and I started to play it and then scooped like a couple turns in because I didn't want to have the same matchup. So depending on how you count that one, 2 or 3, 2 or 4 if you want to stretch it, 2 and 3.5. The deck though, I mean, so we got absolutely crushed by aggro. That's gonna happen. Like Mono Red just absolutely ran us over. The control match, I'm still kind of hurting from that one. Like I feel like that control match, we really should have won. Like we lost game 1 because we could not find a black source for I don't know, 10 turns or something, when we had double Sarkhan's Unsealing and a handful of Aceraks and Death Shadows that were just gonna win the game, and that gave our opponent time to find double Teferi to bounce on ceilings and get back in it. And then the last game we had our opponent dead to rights and they top deck Teferi to bounce on ceiling. Like literally they're empty handed going off the top of their deck and they're blind and they hit it. So I feel like we really should have, not should have, that's the wrong term, but if we had played that match out a bunch of times, I think we would have won a really high percentage. So the deck, I don't think we can call it a dream when we just posted a 2 and 3 record. Like a 2 and 3 record doesn't count as a dream. On the other hand, we got to see it do really sweet things. The synergies are really cool, and I think it's slightly better than its record suggests. I'm not saying it should went 5-0 or anything like that, and I still think 6 wins in a row, could it happen? I mean, it definitely could if you hit the right matchups, you run well. So it definitely could happen. I don't think it's going to happen super consistently with the deck, but if you get on a bit of a hot streak, I definitely think this deck has the possibility to get 6 wins in a row. So I'm going to call it legit in that aspect, but I don't think we can call our performance a dream just because we didn't post a winning record, even though we came so close. So as far as the deck itself, some thoughts on upgrading it. I really like the main synergy of the deck. I think the main synergy of the deck, Acererak with Sarkhan's Unsealing, I think is actually a really powerful effect. Like we saw that several times where this was just allowing us to win the game. I think that Terror of the Peaks, maybe we want another copy of that. We had that one game where we had down our Sarkhan's Unsealing, we played Terror of the Peaks, and then cast Acerarak twice and just burn our opponent out from like 18 or something to steal a win that we probably should not have won otherwise. So I think that package is really good. Goreclaw, I mean, I think it's fine. It does support the combo. I think it's probably good enough that it's worth it. it, even though I was impressed with how well the Acererak Sarkhan's Unsealing synergy worked, even without Goreclaw. Like, Goreclaw isn't necessary to make the combo work. Even without it, it's perfectly fine. Beyond that is where the deck gets a little bit wonky. We got to see some, I don't know, some questionable decisions, some questionable choices. So I think the core of the deck, I really like. That part I really like. I also really like the Kioras as the card draw engine with the combo. These cards, though, we saw like Ronas, because we're in a Acererak deck and it's bouncing back to our hand, we had a hard time turning it on in a lot of games. Like Death Shadow, we'll get to that in a minute. Like Death Shadow isn't big enough to turn it on. Acerarak doesn't stick on the battlefield. Kroxa doesn't stick on the battlefield. The Mana Dorks can't turn it on. Galtas can't turn it on. So even though we have all these big things, there's actually relatively few that let us turn a Ronas into a real creature. So I kind of think Ronas isn't good. Kroxa, it's okay, but as we saw, our deck isn't really good at filling the graveyard. We had some matches where we like get wrathed or the game goes really long and we could escape it, but it's not that easy to escape. The numbers on the Mana Dorks are weird. I don't know why it's 5. I don't know why you'd split it between the Llanowars and the Paradise Druids. So that part is weird to me. The Galtas also suffer a little bit from the Ronas problem in that we don't have that many things that stick on the battlefield. Like Acerak's bouncing back to our hand. Our Kroxa's going in the graveyard. Our Death Shadow often uncastable. So that was a little weird too. And then Death Shadow, I still don't know what to think of Death Shadow. We saw games where it literally won us the game. The ability to, in that last match against the Gruul Land Destruction deck, the ability to go Sarkhan's Unsealing, 1 extra mana, Death Shadow, wipe your board, hit you for 4. We would have lost that game, I think, otherwise. Like that literally, having Death Shadow be in our deck won us that game straight up. On the other hand, we had a lot of games where maybe we don't draw an Unsealing. It doesn't work very well with Terror of the Peaks because Terror of the Peaks triggers based on its power on the battlefield. And we had a lot of games where we just couldn't cast a Death Shadow, where we'd have multiples in hand, but they were just, our life total was too high to even cast it. So it's a neat synergy with Sarkhan's Unsealing, but I don't feel like we support Death Shadow very well outside of Sarkhan's Unsealing. So this is the deck I'm really interested in. I think there's something here, and it felt, even though our record was 2-3, which isn't a horrible record, even though our record wasn't, super good, the deck felt really close, and the synergies of the deck were really sweet. So what I'm interested in, also maybe cut a land. I think 25 is probably too many, especially with the Mana Dorks. I might actually be looking to go down to like 23 lands and add in a couple more Mana Dorks and get up to like 6 or 7 Mana Dorks and try to maximize the possibility of having like turn 3 Unsealing or turn 4 Terror of the Peaks, because those were some of our most powerful games. Like getting down to Unsealing early, really strong, because that means we can wait and play like our Kroxas or our Ronases or our Death Shadows after we have the Unsealing without having to lose too much tempo in the early game. So I might be looking at that, and then I think I'd probably be looking to like rebuild this part of the deck. Like the combo aspect I really love. It's really sweet, but I think this part, the support cards, the other big thing. So if you want to try to do this, and if you got ideas, let me know in the comments, because I would love to play this deck again, because it was actually, like I said, I really like this synergy and it was super fun to play. So if you have ideas on how to improve the support part of the deck, definitely let me know, because maybe we can rebuild this and play this again at some point on stream or something, because I think there's got to be better options than some of these cards. Cards that work with Sarkhan's Unsealing, like that is a necessity. You do want as many cards that work with Sarkhan's Unsealing and also Terror of the Peaks as possible, but maybe cards that work with our payoffs, but are also better standalone cards, because that was like our Death Shadow issue or like our Ronas issue. Like, sure, they are good with Unsealing, but if we don't have Unsealing, they're like somewhere between bad and uncastable most of the time. So maybe we can improve these cards in a way where if we don't draw Unsealing, we have a more realistic shot to win, and then we do draw Unsealing, the deck still is like supercharged and amazing, because that's what it felt like. That was the TLDR. Like the games where we had Unsealing went really well. The games when we had Unsealing and Acerarak were insane. On the other hand, the games where we didn't draw Unsealing, or we had mana troubles and just drew a bunch of Death Shadows and our life totals like at 15 as our opponents, to ferrying us to death with its card draw ability, those are the games where it went really badly. So overall, I'm going to say Acererak Unsealing, it's got to be a meme just based on our record, although it's a meme with potential, I would say, and with a little bit of tuning, I could see this one being a dream in the future. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you got upgrade ideas. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.